Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve exercise 1.1. So first we are going to find the slope of each line. Question number 1 through 6, -10 and 0, 11. These are 2 points. Given points are A, which is 6, -10, and B, 0, 11. And we can simply identify x1, y1, x2, y2 and put this in this formula. M is equals to y2 negative y1 over x2 negative x1. Now we are going to put values of all of these in the above formula, and y2 is 11 negative, y1 is -10, and x2 is 0 and x1 is -6. And here we got m is equals to 21 over -6, and we get m is equals to -7 over 2. And our question number 2 is there are two given points A x1 y1 which is equal to 5 -4, and B x2 y2 which is equals to 1 3. And we simply put the formula of slope here, y2 negative y1 x2 negative x1, and we find the value of slope. Here we find the slope same as we find in the previous question, and we first identify the y2 y1 x2 x1 and put these in the formula, and we get the answer. And in this case, as we are seeing in this, m is equals to -7 over 0 slope, so slope is undefined. And our next question is through 1 5 and -2 5 we are going to find the slope, and we determine and identify the points x1 y1 x2 y2 and put the values of these x1 y1, these variables, in this formula, and we got 0 over -3 which is equals to 0, so slope is 0. This is basically the horizontal line, and the slope of horizontal line is always 0. And next question is y is equals to 2.7x. Slope intercept form, as we know, the formula is y is equals to mx plus c, and now the given equation is y is equals to 2.7x plus 0. By comparing the both equations, we got m is equals to 2.7 and c is equals to 0, and we call them y intercept. So the slope is equals to 2.7. Our next question is y is equals to 3x negative 2. Slope is m. Slope intercept form equation is y is equals to mx plus c. And again we write the given equation y is equals to 3x negative 2, and by comparing we get m is equals to 3, which is the slope, and c is equals to -2, which is the slope intercept form. So slope of this line is 3. In this equation we are going to find the slope, and we know the slope intercept form equation is equals to y is equals to mx plus c, and given equation is 4x negative 5y is equals to 10. And for finding the value of y, we are rearranging the equation, and -5y is equals to 10 -4x, and -5 is moved toward the right hand side, and we get the value of y. And by comparing the y with the slope intercept form, we got the m, which is the slope, is equals to 4 over 5, and y intercept is equals to -2. And again this is the similar case. We extract the value of y from the given equation, and as we know, y is equals to -4x over 7 plus 1 over 7, and by comparing it to the slope intercept form equation, we get the value of slope is equals to -4 over 7. Now question number 9, which is x is equals to -7. X is equals to something constant, which is x is equals to k. We studied in the previous video. And slope intercept form, which is y is equals to mx plus b, and we have x is equals to -7, and by adding plus 7 on both sides we get x plus 7 is equals to 0, and by multiplying y with 0 again, by multiplying y with 0 has no effect, and it remains the same equation as x plus 7 is equals to 0 and x plus 7 is equals to 0 y. It has no changes. And by extracting value of y from the equation 1 and by comparing it with the slope intercept form, we get the value of slope, which is 1 over 0, undefined slope. This slope is undefined because x is equals to something constant, and that is why the slope is undefined. Then x-axis, this line is x-axis, so y coordinate on x-axis is always 0, so we write as y is equals to 0, and we have slope intercept form y is equals to mx plus b, and in the given equation y is equals to 0, by multiplying x with 0 y is equals to 0x plus 0. This is the same as the above equation, and adding 0 to right hand side does not change equation. And by comparing it with the slope intercept form, we get m is equals to 0, which is the slope is equals to 0, and y intercept is equals to 0. The slope so slope of line is 0. And question number 11, y is equals to 18. Slope intercept form y is equals to mx plus b, and it is given that y is equals to 18. Y is equals to something constant, as we study in the previous video, that y is equals to k, something constant, y is equals to 18. By adding 0 to right hand side does not change the equation, and by multiplying 0 with the x also does not change the equation, and we can write as y is equals to 0x plus 18 and y is equals to mx plus c. We can compare the both equations and got the value of slope, which is m is equals to 0. So the slope of this line is 0. And in question number 12, which is y is equals to -6, slope intercept form is y is equals to mx plus c, and it is given that y is equals to something constant, y is equals to -6, and by adding to 0 to right hand side and multiplying it with x, it does not changes the equation, remains the same. And by comparing it with the slope intercept form, we get the value of slope as well as the value of y intercept, so the slope of this line is 0. Moving on to the next question, question number 13, a line parallel to 30x -5y is equals to -20. It is the given equation that 30x -5y is equals to -20, and we extract the value of y from this equation by rearranging, and we get y is equals to 4 plus 6x, and y is equals to mx plus c. We can also write c plus mx and mx plus c. So from this, by comparing these two equations, we get the value of m is equals to 6 and y-intercept is equals to 4. Hence slope of line is equals to 6. So for parallel lines, the slope of two parallel lines always equal, and hence the slope of line parallel to 30x -5y is equals to 20 is 6. And moving on to the question number 14, a line perpendicular to 8x is equals to 2y -5. So first we need to understand the slope of perpendicular lines, and it is the formula that slope of perpendicular line is equals to the product of slope of perpendicular lines equals to -1, and in this given equation 8x is equals to 2y -5, and we extract the value of y from this equation, and which is 4x plus 5 over 2. And by comparing this equation to the slope intercept form equation, we get the value of slope, which is 4. And we know that the slope of perpendicular lines are product of this slope equal to -1, and here we put the value of ml1, we find the value of 4, and ml1 again divides to the right hand side, and we get negative 1/4, which is the